Hey guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, and maybe a little bit of food, and let's do this. And okay guys, come on, let's take a sip of black coffee. Let's go. Mmm. Second coffee of the day, may I add, and going on my spiral coaster there. And yes, guys, if you're new here today and you're into retrospectives, complete unboxed experiences, art and graphic design, and of course the odd bit of nostalgic talk, then you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you're really enjoying the Artsy Gamer mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then yeah, just pop on your notification bell, powered by Tails. Anyway, guys, we're going to actually jump back into the Harry Potter world because we are going to be doing a complete unboxed experience of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, because yesterday I completed this game on TikTok, and as tradition, I will then go back and do a complete unboxed experience, just seeing if my thoughts and feelings before I played this hold up and are the same as what I went into. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think not. Yeah, if you remember from my previous video when I did my complete unbox experience of this, it was kind of like all over the place, and I was actually quite excited to play this game with all like the mystery involved with the Dumbledore army there in the back, and actually the quite nice screenshots that are presented on the back there. But actually, well, when we get into it, I'm going to explain my thoughts and feelings, but to be honest with you, I wasn't that hyped about this game, yeah.
I wasn't that hyped about this game yet.
So that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to do a complete unboxed experience of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix on the PlayStation 2. So yes, let's just take another sip of black coffee before we begin. Before I start to lose my words. I nearly lost them, but I think I managed to get them back on track. Let's go. Okay, lovely. So, of course, we'll go straight into the front, then we'll do the back, then we'll do the disc and the manual, of course. But this is really me now going into it as an adult, and as I've literally just finished the game, and obviously giving you my artist interpretation of the box art and everything that is seen in this beautiful copy here, actually. So here we go. Instantly, we have Harry on the front there with Dumbledore's army. And I do like the use of colours here, really nice. They've got that lovely green speckled effect there of the sun coming through probably those lovely stained glass windows that are in Hogwarts, just shining up the awesome Dumbledore's army ready to take on Voldemort.
Awesome Dumbledore's army ready to take on
Voldemort. Well, you would hope so anyway. But yeah, I do like how they've done that. Again, I have said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not massive on the actual use of the real life actors that they have got here to present the box art. It is a shame, it loses the magic of those really lovely ones that are seen in Chamber of Secrets, Philosopher's Stone, Azkaban, those were really hard hitting. That is exactly what you want to see as a gamer, the lovely animated character models that you're going to be playing in the game. And unfortunately, yeah, this doesn't do that, but I do like the way it is presented. And now I've played it, yes, I can so see why they have gone for this. Now, I was actually a little bit unsure and I was unaware that when I fired this game up, I was actually playing as Harry, the real life actor. So now I can see why they have done this. They actually used the real life actors. I'm not exactly sure how they did it. I'm not that clued up in it, to be honest with you guys, but I'm sure they probably got the whole bodysuits on and facial animation things. You know how it works. I'm not technical, but yeah, I'm sure they may have got the real life characters there, or real life actors, sorry, or real life actors to do a lot of bit of animating, and then maybe they got images of Harry's face potentially. I'm again not clued up on how they did that there, but all I can say is you are actually playing as the actor. Of course, I'll put some B-roll up of me playing that just so you can get an idea if you've never played this game before. But there you go. That is why they have used these real life actors on the box here to represent the game. So yeah, I get it now. But that still doesn't take away my comment of it doesn't bring the magic. It doesn't bring the magic of the Chamber and the Philosopher's Stone. Their box arts are absolutely second to none. It really does give that magical feel, and this doesn't. But anyway, I do like how it is displaying the game. It does that really well. Again, a lot of the game is trying to, recruit Dumbledore's army. So again, I like how they have got them all in the back there. And then, yeah, there you go. You've got the leader of the pack. You've got Harry. He's rounded up everyone in Hogwarts. And then boom, he's standing at the front ready. That's him there. There's his army. Let's go.
That's him there. There's his army. Let's go.
And I do like how they have got that holistic approach there, which is really nice. And like I said, just touching on some of the colours there. Yeah, I like that. It has shined up, or shine's a word. Come on, I was about to say shone there.
Or shine's a word. Come on, I was about to say shone
there as well. But you can see all the characters that are in the Dumbledore's army there. I don't think they're missing any with regard to the people who we need to collect. Does that make sense? Or recruit? I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure every single person here in the backdrop is one of the characters that you do have to go and recruit in the game. And of course, I'll get that when we get to the disc. I'll kind of talk a little bit about the gameplay that is involved here. But yeah, I like how the use of light is there to shine them up, because yes, it's a massive part of the game, this Dumbledore army, so you don't want them lost in the backdrop there. You do want them quite forefront, actually, because yeah, it's a massive part of the game, and the box needs to show you that, actually, I think, and it does that really well. And then of course it kind of fades up into the black dark green there to then represent that lovely Harry Potter logo. It has gone down that silvery route now. It is that darker phase of Harry. So yes, they've done that well. Well done, EA. They have captured that really nicely. And then of course you've got the usual, you've got the PlayStation 2 logo there right at the top, and then the two subtle logos there at the bottom. And again, a shame that EA kind of dropped that massive swoop of their logo there, because up until Prisoner they had a massive banner, and unfortunately was making some of the box art lose out. It was taking up a lot of the box art there, which is a shame, because those box arts are fantastic, and I don't even know why I haven't got them with me, guys. Why haven't I not got them? Let me go and get them, guys. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared for this. So let's go and get the boxes.
I should have been more prepared for this. So let's go and get the boxes.
Oh my God. Again, behind the scenes, guys. Behind the scenes. Where are we? So I'll just get Chamber and Philosopher. That's kind of all we really need to give you some contrasts. Compare and contrasts. Is that how we say it? I don't know. But yeah, here you go. Look how wonderful these box arts are. Absolutely spectacular. But then you've got this really horrible EA banner swooping right down below here, which takes away a lot of the the fantastic art that is used here. So it is a shame. And then when you've got something that is, I would say, not as good, a little bit dull. They decide to take that away just so we can see Harry's legs. So yeah, there we go. But nevertheless, yeah, it's an okay box, but I think presents the game well. Yes. Okay, so moving on to the back then, and of course we are greeted with Voldemort here, swooping his wand right in front of the gamer there as we look in to see what we might expect in the game with some, here we go, what are they, pictures? I quite like how they've done that there. It's almost like he's swooping them up with Wingardium Leviosa just so the gamer can see what to expect. So I like how they've done that there. And we've got Harry there with his Dumbledore army in the Room of Requirement. We've got him with his friends there, Harry and Hermione going and running down the Great Hall. Nice. And then we've got some combat there. So, yeah. I mean, okay, cool. They're nice, they're bright, they're visible. I have seen some of the Harry Potters where they're really dark and dingy and I can barely see what's going on, so that's nice. And we've got Voldemort there. You know, as a game, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's a boss fight at the end there. Fantastic. We're going to come face to face with Voldemort. Nice.
Thinking, yeah, that's a boss fight at the end there. Fantastic. We're going to come face to face with Voldemort. Nice.
But I do think they could have gone to town a little bit more with these screenshots there. As I flip this onto the back, I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a bit of everything there. I can see a bit of mystery. I can see a little bit of exploration, and I can see a bit of combat there. Okay, nice. But you know what? I think there just needs to be a little bit more. Considering when the front of this, it doesn't scream like enticing. It doesn't scream, come on, buy me, let's go, put it in your PlayStation 2. It doesn't. So it needs to do a little bit better, I think. Especially when, especially when it hasn't got this magical feel on the back here. So, gamers have come from this. They've come from this. All right? They've come from that. And to see this, I don't know. And again, it just really puts a downer, I think, on the game. And for me, going into it, already I'm feeling, I'm not 100% sure about this. I really am not. So anyway, nevertheless, we've got some screenshots. We've got a potential boss fight there. Nice, okay. And then, well, as a gamer, I'll just be probably having a little bit of an artsy gamer pop to see what else is in the box. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do now. Unfortunately, not too much to be said there. I mean, yes, we've got some basic text. Explore all of Hogwarts to recruit Dumbledore's army. That's basically what you did throughout the game. And again, I'll explain that when we get to the disc there. But again, no text either to really entice you. It's a shame. It's a real shame. But anyway, yeah, we'll give it the artsy game a pop. We'll have a little look at the disc and the manual. But let's just take a sip of coffee, guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. All right, then. So here we go. Let's give it the artsy game up. Oh yes, I forgot there was a map in there.
Oh yes, I forgot there was a map in there.
We'll go and pick that up now. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll pick that up in a minute, blimey. So yeah, we are greeted with the disc and then quite a nice manual actually. I do have to say the manual is really nice with this. But let's go straight to the disc here. Okay, I like how it isn't a straight copy and paste, but very, very dull, very, very basic, and it doesn't really entice me to put that disc in my PlayStation 2, unfortunately. But I do appreciate that it has got that darker tone to it. It is those later Harry Potters. It is a little bit scary. It doesn't have that kind of cutesy phase that we often see in the earlier games and films, so I get it, I understand it. And it does allow, of course, the Harry Potter logo to shine nice and bright there. So, of course, we'll bring this up to the forefront here just so we can take a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, we've got a bit of a glimpse of I would say, maybe some sort of spell that might be coming up onto the disc there. But, I mean, come on, it's a little bit pointless. I'm not going to lie. They could have maybe made that a little bit better. Shined it. I keep using the word shined. Shined. Anyway. I don't know. They could have just blasted it through a little bit more, don't you think? But anyway, there we go. Basic PlayStation 2 logo there, and of course the Harry Potter and a few little advertisements dotted around. But why not go for it? There's nothing really too much going on with this disc, so just plaster it all on there. Why not? But anyway, there we go. But of course, we will give it the artsy game a flip. And we'll just take a little look at the disc there. And yes, oh my god, all you down the camera there. If you are liking what you're seeing here today and are enjoying this absolute mess, then yes, definitely hit me up with a subscribe and like to the video if you haven't already. Yes, it will definitely help out this channel a ton. But okay, going into the gameplay now. Now, wow. All I can say is wow. I've had some really fun times with this, really frustrating times with this, but some quite successful times with this as well. Now, I said it in my TikToks. I believe this was a time when games were also coming out on multiple platforms, and this era was very big when the Nintendo Wii was out. And of course, all the games were trying to get involved with that Nintendo Wii hype, and they did a lot of motion control stuff to allow it to be compatible with the Wii and give that Wii motion sensor feel. So, of course, I could see this game working wonders and wonderfully on the Wii. You've got the Wii remote and you're flipping up, up, down, down, side, side, around and round to cast your spells. And I get it. It would work so well and probably did work really well on Nintendo Wii consoles. But unfortunately, if you didn't have a Wii, or you're wanting to go back and explore some of these games like myself, either on the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3, you are then stuck with these motion controls, but having to use them on your analog stick. Now, I don't want to break my beautiful PlayStation 5 controller here, but let me just give you an example. One of the spells was like up, round, side, side. So you'd be using your analog stick to go kind of like up, round, side, side, or around and round and round. And to be honest with you, after multiple goes at this, you started to wreck your controller. I'm not lying. To the point where I actually broke my PlayStation 2 controller. It was that bad. And again, that put a bit of a downer on the experience as well for me. I didn't really get to grips with the whole, spell casting with the gear stick joystick. God, I said gear stick again, guys. Joystick.
The gear stick joystick. God, I said gear stick again, guys. Joystick.
I didn't like it. It was made for the Wii, not PlayStation. Leave it out. Go and redevelop the way you cast the spells for the PlayStation. It shouldn't have gone on both consoles, I believe, like that. It really, really shouldn't. But again, I get it, costs. They just needed something basic and they just plopped it out on every console they could probably think of. And to combat the motion sensor, they used it with the analog sticks, and it was terrible. It really was terrible. You couldn't aim. You kept forgetting what spells, you were casting, because was it up, down, or was it down, down, or was it left, left, or was it right, up, down? It was very, very confusing, and I didn't like it. I really, really didn't like that at all. So yeah, in terms of game style, it wasn't really for me. I didn't like it. Still on the disc, by the way. God, we're still talking about the gameplay here. I wasn't a massive fan of the real life character models either. I was just talking about that as we were looking at the front there. It wigged me out. It wigged me out. I just can't describe it. It was just not a nice feeling. They were clunky, they were slow moving. Again, coming from these amazing games where they use animated characters to display Harry, Ron, Hermione, again, for me, lost the magic. And that's something that I probably will keep saying. It loses the magic, and no pun intended. It just wasn't right for me. But anyway, some people may disagree, and they were like, actually, no, I actually prefer the real life characters. Absolutely, no. Give me a real life Harry any day. So yeah, but me, unfortunately, it didn't work, and it wigged me out a little bit. But gameplay as well, in terms of the story and the style of game, for me, it was almost like a walking simulator. It really, really was. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a massive fan of Death Stranding. I don't know if people are aware of that game. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. and first party studio. It's a very weird story, guys, but there is a lot of walking in that. You're basically, at the end of the day, a postman, and you're delivering packages in a very weird world. But I'm weird, so maybe that's why I took to the game really well. And I got great satisfaction walking around that beautiful world. And don't get me wrong, I actually really did enjoy sitting back as Harry, roaming around the castle of Hogwarts. It was really great, and I can see how the developers wanted the gamer to have that experience because they put a lot of hard work in creating that castle, almost as if it was to real scale. Like, that's how the castle was. It was beautiful. I could see yourself getting lost in that game completely, just exploring everything. Yeah, it is a really, really great. And again, hats off, credit where credit is due. Hats off to the developers for creating such a realistic, and I would say to scale, model of Hogwarts. It was absolutely second to none. It was really beautiful. And I get it. And I can see why they wanted you to try and get every single character to be recruited for the Dumbledore's army, because you got to move around that castle and explore lots of different areas and see the beautiful architecture that was Hogwarts that had been put into this game. I get it. It really was spectacular. But I think because I wanted a bit of action, I was doing this on TikTok. I wanted the fun. I wanted the laughs. That's the kind of gamer I am. It didn't bring that to me, unfortunately. It didn't bring the excitement of these games here. It was a bit slow, and again, a bit clunky, and I didn't really appreciate the game style. I didn't, unfortunately. Yes, I appreciated the beautiful castle and walking around it. I loved that. It was really nice. But I think I would need to sit back and play that as more of a cozy game for me. Maybe, before bed, just to relax me a little bit. I would say it's a relaxing game, a relaxing experience. It's not that intense, which is kind of what I was missing. I kind of wanted that hardcore combat and fun and action and wow, everything. But no, unfortunately, it didn't provide that for me. So yeah, real shame. But anyway, that's enough of the game, guys. We haven't even looked at the manual. Oh my God. So let's get it out now, guys. Oh my God. Let's just take another sip of coffee because it is going cold now. I am talking for too long. I do know. Okay, and here we go. So here is the manual. I'm very happy with this manual. I think it's really lovely. It's not a straight copy and paste, which is nice. It does give you that kind of feel of, right, this is almost like the Marauders map, and this is a little extra to help you with the game. It's almost like a little token to have alongside, which I think is wonderful. And actually, you do get a map as well. So let's just get that out. It dropped on the floor, guys. Oh my God. Artsy gamer, rough and ready. So let's just have a quick look at the map again. So yeah, this is wonderful. And I can see why they put this map in as well, because there was a lot of exploration. So I get it. I guess maybe they took kind of similar vibes of GTA maybe to give you a map, because there was a lot of exploration in this. So yeah, there you go. This is the map that you see when you pop up your map actually on the game, which is really, really nice. So this does give, again, the gamer something, a little extra to have to your side as you're playing through the game, which I think is wonderful. I do appreciate how games do that. I think more should do it. Absolutely. Yeah, really, really wonderful. And this, again, is absolutely beautiful, pristine copy here. And what I really love is, again, is you do get a really awesome picture of Dumbledore's army on the back there as well. I think that is really top notch. And again, this game really is just recruiting your army. So I do like how they have really made this a thing. They've really emphasized it. And before I played this game and I was just, looking at this and looking at that, I was just appreciating it because it was Dumbledore's army. I was just appreciating it because. But now I have played the game, I really get it. I really get why that this is kind of like forced in your face a little bit, because that was the game, just recruiting everyone to progress, I guess. So yeah, to the next game, I assume. So yeah, really lovely. And yeah, the map was useful actually. Not so much my hard copy, but the map in the game. It wasn't like GTA where there was no actual map at all. It was helpful, and what was really cool was if you did put your marker on the map, then little footsteps would appear on your game and on the floor, and they would direct you to where you needed to go. I thought that was really great. Again, somebody gets lost all the time. Having that was really useful and really beneficial. So yeah, thanks EA for doing that. But yeah, here we go. I really like this. I love the art that is used in this. This is brilliant. They have really got the artists to go to town with this, which is I absolutely love. I love it when a manual does this, and they don't hold back. They really put a lot of detail into this, and it's lovely pencil art. I love a bit of pencil art. Yes, I always go on about pop art and cartoon characters and all that, but I do really appreciate pencil art. I really, really love it, and I wish I was better at it. Maybe that's why I appreciate it so much. But you got Voldemort here, really, wow, just spectacular. I mean, look at that, fantastic there. Yeah, look at this, wow. I mean, come on. I do have to say this is one of the better Harry Potter manuals, actually. In fact, I've been kind of like going in at this game, giving it a bit of a negative feel, but I do say that this manual tops these. Absolutely tops these. Yeah, the manual here is spectacular. It really is wonderful, because they have put a lot of art and appreciation into this manual. Yeah, it's absolutely second to none. Just look at those art pieces there. Credit where credit is due. Credit where credit is due. Really lovely here. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got Luna. How beautiful is that? Really great. And again, I get it. Now I've played the game, I understand why they are using those real life actors to present and represent this game, because yeah, in the game you are playing as those real life characters. I can't really describe what animation it is. Somebody will have to enlighten me, but of course I will put some footage there in here so you can get an idea of what I mean. But I was really taken back, but I was also a little bit wigged out by it as well. Sorry guys, my phone ran out of memory. It ran out of memory, guys, as I was getting to the good bit. So let's just take a sip of coffee. I have deleted a load of crap that was on my storage. You know how it works. Let's just take a sip. Rough and ready though, I've conditioned you. Where were we, guys? Where were we? Oh my god. But yeah, we were just appreciating the wonderful pencil art that is being used here. It really is great. I love it. And again, a lot better than some of the stuff that we're seeing in these really lovely games. Yeah, I mean, I will just give you a quick example. Here, beautiful front cover, beautiful back, spectacular disc, lovely slips that you get, but unfortunately manual itself is black and white. There isn't too much going for this, unfortunately. You are just greeted with basic character models and UI, which is fair enough. But with this one here, wow, just wow. I am really, really impressed with what they have done there to really bring this manual come to life. So yeah, and again, it's something you don't often see these days. It really isn't, as well, especially with modern releases. God, you don't even, you'll be lucky if you've got a slip to tell you the health warnings and stuff like that. You're lucky if you get that. So yeah, look at that. I love that. Really great. Oh, brilliant. The ending scenes actually in this game, again, could have been a little bit better. Yes, you play as Dumbledore, which I thought was fantastic. He's my favourite character of all time. So to play as Dumbledore, I was really happy about that. That was really fun. But the combat was again a little bit janky, up, down, left, right in there. And then towards the end, it was this whole kind of like tapping to the left, tapping to the right, depending on where Voldemort's wand was. It was a little bit rubbish. Yeah, it's a shame that the actual game didn't do better, in my opinion, because I know there are a lot of people out there, especially a lot of my TikTok viewers, that absolutely loved that game and had so many fond memories. And I don't want to put a downer on their beautiful memories that they had with that game. But just for me, my personal opinion, I didn't really enjoy the game as much as I would have liked. But don't get me wrong, there were some really special moments in that game. Like I said, the exploration of the castle was really second to none. So yeah, and look at that, how wonderful. Wow. Yeah, some really great art pieces in this manual here. Fantastic. And then of course we'll shut that off and we will put this all back in the box, guys. So yeah, that was my complete and boxed experience of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now I have fully completed it as an adult and basically just going into it. Now I've played, my thoughts and feelings as an artist, as a gamer, and how they differed between my first complete and boxed experience where I had no real clue what was going on. I was literally just going from the box art and the manual, and then my thoughts and feelings now I've played it, and I love doing that, and I actually quite enjoy watching my first video on this and then going back, and I'll watch this tonight and I'll be like, wow, yeah, my thoughts are completely different. So yeah, really awesome. I hope you do the same as well. Yeah, I'm sure this complete and boxed experience is quite a way down now, but I'm sure it's on there. So yeah, definitely have a look and compare them. What was my thoughts and feelings like before I played it, and now what are they like after? That's what we love about this channel, isn't it? So yeah, there we go. And also very fitting, because yesterday we launched the Harry Potter full figure giveaway. So yes, if you haven't already, definitely enter that competition. All the details on how to enter are in that video, so definitely head on over and get entering for sure. Yes, absolutely. Right then, guys, while still sticking with this Harry Potter theme, we do need to go ahead and open the advent calendar, so we're going to do that now. We're on number 21. Oh my god, 4 more days till Christmas. All right then, so who is behind door number 21? Again, I held it up here like a gun yesterday, so let's do it again. It seemed to work quite well. This is my machine gun. Here we go, 21. Right then, okay, let's just put this down. Whoo! All right then, let's have a little look. Oh, okay, and I believe this is gonna be Snape. I would assume that is Snape there. There we go. Yeah, nice easy one. Pretty sure that's Snape there. Lovely jubbly. Wow, there we go. That was behind door number 21. Yeah. All right then, guys. Well, there we go. I will pop up a comment of the day, but I might actually just wait to see if there's a few more comments that might pop through from the competition video. I did say I was very excited to see everyone's favourite characters from Harry Potter. So yeah, I might wait for a few more entries, and I'll probably dot them up and pop them around the comments of the day throughout this week. So yeah, definitely stay to the end to see if your comment gets put up. Anyway, guys, that is me. That is the Arts Gamer. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Over and out.